Hello boys and girls, very quick video today where I just want to ask for your input. I need your help answering a question. A little bit of backstory first, as some of you may or may not know. Before I started my YouTube channel and committed to releasing daily Football Manager content, I was a massive gamer in general. I wasn't just a Football Manager player, to the point where even now I still host a podcast called the Mature Gamer Podcast. It's been going for over 5 years. It's been pretty successful. We play a little bit of everything on there, but I really haven't been pulling my weight for the last 18 months because so much of my focus has been on Football Manager and this channel. Now, don't worry, none of that's going to change, but as you'll know, my circumstances are changing. I'm very close to finishing up with work now. I've got quite a lot of time on my hands this week because I'm still on my Easter holidays. Then I'm back for like 12 weeks. And then it's the summer holidays, and then I leave work, and I do this stuff full time. So with a view to that, today we launch a new series of series on the channel, Kev's Pile of Shame. Over the last 18 months, I've accumulated quite the pile of shame. Games that ordinarily I would have played and played to death, but for whatever reason I either never started or never finished, because my focus was drawn away by this channel. My view for what I'm going to do with these games, in order to not have it completely take over my life, it's going to be complete playthroughs using my fancy new capture card, my new Elgato capture card. There'll be face cam on there. I can get it all set up in the normal studio area, but there'll be very limited editing, and it will just be a case of I'll sit down once a week, play the game for a couple of hours, chop it up into 3, 4, 5 episodes, whatever we agree as a collective is the best length for an episode. Release those throughout the week, rinse and repeat the next week until that game is finished. Then we'll do another vote where we pick another game. So I've had a look through my pile of shame. These are games that are already in my house or installed on my computer. They're ready to go. Most of them I've started, but I'll obviously restart in order to do a series for you lot. And the input I want from you is to tell me what you'd like to watch me do a complete playthrough playing. If it's not your kind of thing, by all means, ignore that this new series exists and just focus on the Football Manager stuff. That's fine. If you're also asking when and where Total Extreme Wrestling is, don't worry, that will also be back. But believe it or not, doing one episode of Total Extreme Wrestling is more time consuming than what doing 5 episodes of this new series will be, because with the new series I can just sit, play the game, chop it up into chunks, release. With Total Extreme Wrestling it takes a lot of planning time, and then it all needs editing together after that. So that will be back in the summer. Streaming will be back in the summer, but what we can do now to start adding some variety to the channel is have a look at Kev's Pile of Shame. So without further ado, the games that I want you to vote between and the way for you to vote. Obviously, you can let me know down in the comments what you would like me to play, or if you've got stuff that's not on the list that you'd like to suggest for the next vote, by all means do that. But the actual voting for this one is all going to be done via a straw poll, which you can find at lollujo.fm/vote. And there are 6 games that you're going to be voting on. Your 6 choices are The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which I've played for about 8 or 9 hours and it was too big for me, so I sort of lost interest, but would be interested in starting again and playing it through until the end. Tales from the Borderlands, the Telltale series. I love Telltale games, but I never finished that one, and I'd quite like to, so that's there as an option. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. I've never even started. I loved the other 3 Uncharted. Okay, I loved 2 of the other 3 Uncharted games. The first one was trash. The Vita one was trash with more trash on top. But Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3 were both great, and I would like to have a go on Uncharted 4. Diablo 3 is a game that I've owned on PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox 360. Pretty much everything that game's available on, I've owned it. I've never made it to the end of Act 2, because something else has always dragged me away from it. I love playing it, but have never made it even close to the end. Fallout 4 is a game that I've only played about 2 hours on, and really owe it a lot more time, because I loved Fallout 3 and I loved Fallout New Vegas and I love the Elder Scrolls games. And lastly, Mass Effect Andromeda, because I was sent a copy very kindly by EA and it's not been opened yet. Luckily, Anna's played it a lot, and we've talked about it a lot on the podcast. So I've fulfilled my review obligations, or she has. But still, I loved all of the I loved 2 of the previous Mass Effect games. The first Mass Effect was trash, but Mass Effect 2 was one of the best games I've ever played. Mass Effect 3 was really good as well, and I actually quite like the ending and would be interested in playing Mass Effect Andromeda. So 6 games to choose from. To recap without any of the waffle, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. I don't know why I'm doing it in a different order. This is going to confuse me. The Witcher 3, Tales from the Borderlands, Diablo 3, Fallout 4, Mass Effect Andromeda. Head to lollujo.fm/vote. You can vote multiple times. So if you'd be happy to see all 6, vote for all 6. And whichever one of those 6 games has the most votes, probably by about this time tomorrow, I want to get started on this series over the weekend, I will start recording and expect to see videos starting to drop from early next week. Thank you for watching, and thank you for getting involved and shaping the future of the channel. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the new idea and if there are any games that you'd like me to add to the list. And yeah, thanks for watching.